Hello adventurers, in the last episode of our Baldur's Gate 3 series, we were abducted by mind flayers infected with a mysterious parasite and thrown into battle for survival aboard a crashing nautiloid. With chaos erupting around us, Depp managed to escape barely alive and deeply changed. Will we find out what this parasite truly is and how much time do we have before it takes control? Let's dive in and find out. Welcome back to the adventures of Depp, our lovely level 1 wizard. We've just come off the Nautilus. We had a little bit of a crash landing and we seem to have landed on a place called the Ravaged Beach. Now, we don't know where our friends are. We just escaped the Mind Flayer's little ship, the Nautiloid, and we had help from our two friends, Shadowheart and Nazelle, I believe. But I think I see Shadowheart right over here, so let's go and talk to her. Shadowheart is a level 1 cleric and would be lovely to have in our party. Let us wake her instead of reaching for the artifact.
You're alive. I'm alive. How is this possible?
It doesn't matter, we made it.
Seems like we're the lucky ones, judging by all the corpses strewn about. I remember the ship. I remember falling. Then nothing.
What happened to our gift friend?
We might want to reconsider calling her a friend. Looks like she ran off without us.
We should look for her. She might be injured or worse.
You're more concerned for her than she is for you, clearly. We need to take care of ourselves.
We also need a
First
fighter
things
in our
first.
party.
We need supplies, shelter, and most of all, a healer. We might have escaped, but we still have these little monsters in our heads.
I thought you were a cleric and you were the healer. I guess you're not cleric-y enough to take this thing out of our heads. You want to stay together?
We need each other, and we both know what's at stake. Can't think of better company.
Oh, thank you. Alright, let's get moving then.
One thing, just before we go. I wanted to thank you again for freeing me.
You're
It would
welcome.
have been all too easy for you to run right past my pod, but you didn't. I'll remember that. Lead the way.
No, thank you for being our healer. I think you're going to be more useful to us. Alright, let's take whatever supplies that we can get and explore this ravaged beach. There's a lot of corpses strewn about. What happened? Is it because the Nautiloid crashed and it killed all these innocent random bystanders? That's a little bit sad. What's on this pier over here? We've got a couple of buckets of stuff. Let's grab them. They are fish for camp supplies. We'll take them. I don't know what camp supplies do at the moment, but they seem useful. Got a little book over here.
There must be a settlement nearby.
Okay, it looks like some poem or song or something. It was a shanties for the bitch queen. Okay. Let's take some more camp supplies. We've got some gold, some water, and some apples here. That sounds all very useful for us. Let's just grab them all and just keep running around and grabbing whatever we can. Got a letter over here. Let's take that. How do we look at our letter? Sigh, I love you. There it is. I said it. And if you meet me tomorrow, I'll say it again and keep on saying it till we're old and grey. So let's do it. Let's go to Baldur's Gate. I know it's risky, but so's staying here. The last few months have been hard, but they're always a little easier when you're there. Leave your boat and meet me at the hills overlooking the old bridge. Bring whatever you can carry or make do without the rest. Don't be late, Anna. Oh, poor Anna. Thigh is dead. I'm sorry, Anna. And I feel like it's partially our fault. Alright, let's take this stuff. We've got a bottle. Mysterious bottle. We've got some barrels over here. Anything useful in these barrels? We should grab whatever we can. Take all the water. And what is this thing? Thieves' tools. That will let us pick locks, I think. Got some more gold and camp supplies. Fantastic. I'm sure these bottles will be useful. Maybe we can make health potions one day. What is this thing over here? This looks like some sort of waypoint, right? So it's overgrown ruins and there's an ancient door over here. Let's go through the ancient door and see what adventures await us. Okay, never mind, it's locked.
Maybe there's another entrance.
Alright, another entrance. Where should we go on the map? We've already explored this entire side. Doesn't look like there's anything else, so we're going to have to go towards the west. There's more corpses over here. It's fire on the ground. We've learnt our lesson about fire last episode. Do not stand in fire. Fire will kill you. So let's avoid this area. And let's just go through here. Oh, we've got initiative roll. Alright. So it looks like we're pretty split in terms of turns. We've got the first guy over here. Can we kill it? How much health does it have? 10 health. Oh dear. Depp can't move, but you can do stuff. So we've got 2 spell slots to work with. What cantrips do we have that do damage? We've got Fireball that does 1 to 10, so very unlikely to kill it. This thing is going last. I want to say it's going to go like these 2 guys turn next and then Depp. So I think we're good. 1 to 8 radiant damage engulfs the target in a flame-like radiance. Nothing I do can definitely kill it. Let's try Sacred Flame out. 50% chance to hit. That's not good. This has an 80% chance to hit. We'll go with that. Does 4 damage. Not bad. Not good either. Nothing else we can do. Anything in our bonus actions we can do. These things take spell slots, so definitely don't want to do that. We can jump. We can dip our sword in something. Doesn't seem very useful. Yes, we're right. These 2 are going next. So they're all going to come over to us. Oh god. Scary. Alright, we've got 2 dudes right on top of us. That's not good. Can we jump away? Because if I move away, I'm going to provoke an attack of opportunity from them. We can see by this sword. So I can't really get out of the way. I have no spell slot, so all I can do is attack things. Let's try jumping away. Does jumping away... Yes, it also provokes an attack of opportunity. Never mind. We got to kill this stuff. This thing's going next, so we should probably try to kill this thing first. But this thing has a lot of health, and all we can use is cantrips. So we don't have much options besides just trying to kill it with 1 to 10 damage. It did 1 damage, fantastic. Now we're in a lot of trouble, but we can't move because that will provoke an attack of opportunity. We don't have any spells, which sucks. Our bonus action doesn't really help us. Maybe we can shove this guy. Can we try to shove this guy? Oh, we shoved him, nice. Now we can move. Let's run away. Let's run away. Retreat.
Boats have seen everything.
Alright, cool. Let's just end our turn here. Oh, that did a lot of damage. Holy crap. Alright, 6 damage. I can heal myself. I can bonus action chug a potion, of which I only have 2. Definitely should probably chug a potion. Then we need to really try to kill this thing. It's got 5 damage. We've got spells that can do damage. Guiding Bolt does 4 to 24. We could kill this thing, and then hopefully Depp can kill this thing. 5 damage. It's a little bit risque, but I think we should definitely use one of our spell slots to try to kill this thing. We've got disadvantage? Why? Because we're threatened? It did 9 damage. Oh, that's not good. Alright, that's pretty much all our spells used. We can't do anything else, so we're just going to end our turn. And this guy's going to come. Oh man, this combat is already feeling very hard. They're all going to come up. If I had a spell slot, that would be fantastic. So 3, 5, and 9. Alright, we should kill the guys on low health first. So I think all I can do is firebolts, right? So let's try to kill this thing. And we've got advantage for some reason. I have no idea why. But let's just kill this one first. At least we'll only take damages from 2 sources. We got a crit. Is that a natural 20 roll? Fantastic. Then we can't really do much more. I don't think there's a bonus action that helps us in this case. Nope. So we'll end our turn. Oh, that did a lot of damage. I'm gonna have to chug another potion. I really want to kill this thing. I think we need to just kill this thing. Yep, there we go. 1 down, and hopefully Depp can kill this thing. We don't have any more bonus actions. We can't do anything, so let's end Shadowheart's turn, and we really, really need to kill this thing. Yes, we did it. Oh, that was dangerous. We've leveled up, and we can end the day. Fantastic. So in D&D, I think you can short rest, long rest, and do all sorts of things like that. But let's start with leveling up. we are now a wizard level 2, and we've got a specialization available where our health has increased to 14, and we've got another spell slot unlocked. Fantastic. Arcane Ward. Okay, we can pick a subclass. I think after reading through all of these, Abjuration is probably the one I'm leaning towards. I have no idea what all of this does. There's a lot of options exposed to us at the start of the game, and without really understanding the game mechanics yet, it's very hard to make clever choices here, but I feel like we need more defense. So I'm going to go with Abjuration because it gives us Arcane Ward. The residual magic of your spells form a ward around you that protects you from harm. That can't be bad. So we've gained 2 spells, so we can select 2 more spells. I like the idea of magic missiles because it can't miss. So if we ever need to do 6 guaranteed damage, we can. So that'll be handy. And I think for our other spell, I don't know what to go. Thunder Wave seems useful. It releases a wave of thunderous force that pushes away creatures and objects. Yeah, and it still does damage, right? Because even if they save, it'll still do half damage. Fine. I think that should be okay. Our prepared spells are kind of good. I think I want to put magic missiles on my prepared spells just to have that guaranteed damage. As for our level 2 cleric, we've got health increase, we've gained a spell slot and something else over here. Channel divinity charges. You gain the ability to channel divine energy starting with 2 effects, turn undead and an effect determined by your domain, replenished by short and long rest. Not really sure what that means. We got another action, yep, so we can turn undead now. Pray to turn undead, to turn all undead that can see you. I don't know what turn undead means. Does that mean they become on our team? Invoke duplicity. Distracts your enemies with an illusion. Within 3 meters of the illusion, attack rolls have advantage. Alright, that sounds useful. Our prepared spells, I think we'll just leave them as is, and we'll just go ahead with what we have. Now, how do we initiate this rest? I see a campfire icon over here, so let's probably do a long rest because I have no spell slots. They're all injured. This guy has not much health, well, 14 out of 17 health. We're okay for rest, but we need our spell slots back because you have 1 spell and you have 1 spell. So let's just try out this rest, long rest. Wait, didn't it say it requires something for this long rest? So a short rest we can do twice a day. It can restore some hit points. Warlocks restore their spell slots, but we're not warlocks, so we need a long rest to get our spell slots back. It takes camp supplies, of which we only have 112, so we're going to do 2 of these long rests. Let's go in and find out what it looks like. Campsite tutorial. At your camp, you can take a long rest and fully heal your party. Sounds good to me. You can also manage your party members, advance relationships with your companions, store items, and eventually change your characters and recruit more followers. Fantastic. That sounds like great news. It looks like we have a campfire over here and we can head this way. It looks like there's some stuff. What is this chest? A traveler's chest. This is like long-term storage stuff, I guess. And then we can talk to Shadowheart.
You strike me as the reliable sort. But are you sure this is a good idea?
Don't fret, we need some rest.
Fine, but not for too long. Each hour that passes, the thing inside us grows. We need to find a healer. Let's wake up at first light.
Agreed. Our top priority as far as I'm concerned.
Maybe we'll get lucky.
Shadowheart approves.
Rest well. We'll need our strength.
I will rest well, Shadowheart. I will rest well. Let's go and rest well. Is there anything else you can do at your camp? I don't see anything on my map. Alright, let's go to bed. Now we can, end of each day, restore hit points and spell slots. To fully rest, you must have enough camp supplies. We had 112, I believe. So we should be able to do this. We can use one of these camp supplies. That is exactly 40, so we'll do a full rest. We need our spell slots back.
Falling into your trance should have been as easy as breathing, yet peace eludes you. You picture the Feywild in its colourful glory, the joy of all seasons flourishing at once. Fire spills across your thoughts, dragon's breath. The tadpole slithers, twisting deeper into your skull.
Oh,
your head is about to burst. The memory consumes your mind, corrupting the trance.
we can do something here. We can use wisdom, and you have walked your dreams countless times before. Will this memory to pass? Or we can refuse to break and endure the trance. Ooh, let the pain claim you. I don't think we want to let the pain claim us. What's higher, my wisdom or my constitution? I should really know this on my character sheet. Let's try constitution. I feel like we had like very low wisdom, didn't we? We only need to roll a 5, and we got +2, so we only need to roll higher than a 3. And we roll a 2. Of course we roll a 2. Alright, we failed the throw. Does that mean the...
surrounds you, flames licking at your body. The tadpole in your head
That's not good.
convulses. Agony bursts behind your eyes, and the whole world goes dark.
Alright, we finished our long rest and it's time to head forward. But which way do we head? So that's our campsite. Wait, what? Oh, we have to leave the camp. How do we leave the camp? Alright, we're back. We're back on the Ravaged Beach. This is where we were before, where we had our little fight with these guys. So let's head forward, not into the fire. Intellect devours cerebrum. It's an alchemical ingredient. We can combine 3 of these and create a suspension. The elixir of physical resistance. Oh, okay, that's cool. Do we have more of these? Nope. Inventory containers. Certain items such as keys, ingredients, and camp supplies are stored into containers. Alright, cool. That's useful. Let's just keep heading this way. Is that fire? I can't tell. There's a dead mind flayer over here. Got a spiked bulb, a void bulb, and potion of healing. Fantastic. Can we like give the potion of healing over to them? I don't want to use it. How do I split the stack? I don't want to accidentally click it and use a potion for no reason. Apparently I can right click it and then split the item, and then we can go 2. And then we can put 2 over here, so that Shadowheart has a couple of potions she can use in case we get into more trouble. Potions are a better bonus action than the healing thing because they don't take up a spell slot.
Footprints.
Oh, we got
There
footprints.
may be even more that survived the crash.
Oh, we got another little sigil circle over here. Is that the same one as before?
Somehow.
You approach the sigil on the stone. Magic glitters and swirls from it erratically, as if malfunctioning. It looks slightly dangerous.
Do we want to touch the dangerous looking sigil? Of course we do. Ouch. Oh.
A hand? Anyone?
Curious? Slap the hand. We have a wizard intelligence thing that we can do. Whisper to the weave roiling around the sigil, attempt to calm it down. We should probably definitely do this. +3 from intelligence. We have a lot of intelligence. We only have to roll over 7. Got +3, so we just need to roll higher than 4. We rolled a 15.
Whatever you're doing is working wonders. Now a quick little pull should do the trick.
Perhaps this will be a new companion for us.
Hello. I'm Gale of Waterdeep. Apologies. I'm usually better at this.
We can be snarky and be like, at introductions. No need to apologize. Are you alright? Let's be nice to everyone in this playthrough.
It's a relief and a pleasure to make your acquaintance. Say, but I know you, don't I? In a manner of speaking. You were on the Norse Lloyd as well.
I was, yes.
Then I can only assume you too were on the receiving end of a rather unwelcome insertion in the ocular region.
Looks like a fellow friend with a leech in their head. Couldn't have phrased it more repellently myself.
No use sugarcoating it, is there? The insertee we speak of, this parasite, are you aware that after a period of excruciating gestation, it will turn us into mind flayers?
Yes, I am.
It's a process known as seromorphosis, and let me assure you, it is to be avoided. You don't happen to be a cleric by any chance, do you? A doctor? Surgeon? Uncannily adroit with a knitting needle?
You seem to know enough about our condition to realize it's beyond most clerics' skills.
Most, no doubt, but I find myself hoping to be in the presence of the few. You don't happen to be one of them.
Unfortunately, our cleric isn't one of them, I don't think. We can do the wizard specialty. These tadpoles are beyond even my arcane knowledge. I cannot remove them.
Established, few enough can. It's not exactly a common affliction. We're most certainly going to need a healer, and soon too. How about we lend each other a helping hand once more and look for a healer together?
Sounds like a plan. You're welcome to join me. More parties, more damage.
Parasite shared is a parasite halved, or something to that effect.
I agree.
Oh, but before you think you're about to embark on a journey with most ill-mannered a man, thank you for pulling me out of that stone.
You're welcome.
It was an act of foresighted kindness, I assure you. For I have the feeling ample opportunities will present themselves for me to return the favor.
What are you? Let's have a look. You are... It doesn't tell me. Gale. It's a wizard! We don't need another wizard in our party. Oh. Alright, that's fine.
You have a familiar twinkle in your touch. You're a wizard, aren't you?
What did I just do? Deception? I don't want to do deception. How do I undo this? I'm going to try to deceive him and tell him I'm not a wizard. I'm actually a sorcerer.
You do have a bit of a glassy look in your eye to be an apprentice. If you meet any elder wizards, let me know. There is a matter I'd like to seek advice on from a master.
Well, I don't like this guy. We don't need another wizard on our party. We have one. It seems a little bit redundant. Which way should we go? Let's head this way. Explore the map a little bit. There's a chapel entrance. What's happening on the side of this chapel?
You both twice as tall as me, but have half the bloody backbone. But we don't know what that thing even is. And what about the crypt? I'm telling you, it's a ship. And the crypt can wait. Mari and Barton have been trying to break in for days. Now we... Stop! Got ourselves competition already. That's our ship.
Is this thing a halfling or a half-elf? What is it? It's like really short. And this one looks like a half-elf. We can persuasion, deception, or intimidation, or attack. Jeez. I don't think I'm good at any of this stuff. So, am I good at persuasion? That ship's full of monsters. I wouldn't go near it. Let's try persuasion. We have to roll 10, and we have +3 from our persuasion proficiency and +1 from our charisma. So, we just need to roll over a 7. Yeah, we didn't persuade them.
You're all hot air. Think you can get us to leave that bounty to you? Not a chance. What are you lot waiting for? Get him!
Oh lord, we're in a fight, aren't we? Dear god, I don't have any frontliners. I mean, our cleric is probably our best frontliner. So our cleric's going first, then Depp. So Shadowheart, why don't you probably head over somewhat in front of everyone so they can attack you first. You have the most health and that shield looks awfully tanky to me. But more importantly, you're probably our best option for tanking. So, we want to use our cantrips first. And out of our enemies, Gimbal Lock is going first, and then there's 2 more people over in the back over there that we're not too concerned about. They have 18 and 20 health, which is quite a lot. So let's start with a firebolt, or maybe we should start with something big to like try to kill one of them. This could potentially kill it. It does 24 damage. Maybe we should go for the lower health one first with our highest damage ability. There we go, a crit, amazing. We got 1 down. That's 1 less thing we have to worry about. Our bonus action doesn't really help us. We can't Shield of Faith, but it takes a spell slot. So we'll just end our turn and reserve our spell slots. Now let's move you over to the back over here so you have some sort of advantage, and we'll just slowly firebolt you down because, oh, maybe we should take him out immediately as well. If we go fire chromatic orb, can we maybe put some fire on this pathway? Because I know there's someone above there that might need to walk through the fire. That only did 3 damage. That is the minimum amount of damage my chromatic orb can do, but he is burning now, so that's good. Let's end our turn here, and let's let Gimbal Lock do its thing. Oh, he's come around over here to attack me. Excellent. Oh no, Gale is sleeping. That's not good. Okay, we're in acid now. Can we like hide behind stuff? We can't really hide behind things, can we? Our health is still okay, but I just want to walk out of this acid pool for now.
Got to move.
We'll use our cantrips because we don't want to use up all our stuff. This guy has 45 resistance to 45% chance to hit with this fireball. Might not even hit this thing, but we did 10 damage. Lucky.
Nothing will stand in my
Depth
way.
needs to get out of the acid as well, so let's split them up a little bit so that they don't all get hit by the same spell. We will provoke an attack of opportunity, but we kind of need to. Or should I stay in the acid and take 3 damage? The attack of opportunity might be a lot. Let's try to firebolt it. It's got 6 health, but I doubt we'll kill it. And we missed the firebolt. That's not good. We can run, or we can use our bonus action to shove. Oh, nice. We've shoved him away, and now we can move out of the acid.
At the ready.
We'll hide behind this wall over here, and then we'll end our turn.
Fighting.
Shadowheart is okay. There's not much else you can do. We'll end our turn here. Oh, 7 damage. That was a lot of damage. Gale is still sleeping. How do we wake Gale up? Critical miss. Oh, thank God. Shadowheart's in a lot of trouble. She's only on 10 health left. We can attack it for 2 to 7 with 50% chance to hit. Bludgeoning damage, 50% chance to hit. Everything is 50% chance to hit. This guy is quite strong. We could burn another spell slot. Guiding Bolt is only a 36% chance to hit. That's not good. What about Inflict Wounds? That's a 60% chance to hit, but it only does 3 to 30 damage. I feel like we should use this on someone with more health. Let's just go with a cantrip for now. 20% chance, disadvantage. That's not good. Let's try Depth first. Wait, what happened? I clicked Depth. Let's go with a Firebolt. 60% chance to hit.
It's over with.
That did 2 damage. Alright, we definitely need to try to kill him. He's only got 2 health left. So let's just try a melee attack. 2 to 7 damage. If it hits. 20% chance to hit. No, that's not good. They're all pretty low chance to hit. I'm immobilized. This is not good. Alright, let's just whack at him. Oh, we killed him. Lucky. Can I get out? I'm immobile. That's not good. Let's potion up because she's on very low health. I don't want her to be downed. And then we'll just end our turn, and Depth is okay. We'll end Depth's turn as well. Critical miss for the Firebolt. Good. Gale, you finally awake. I can walk through the acid, but that's probably not the best thing to do. Can I do a spell? We've got Witch Bolt. What else does a lot of damage? Ray of Frost can reduce their movement speed. They're not moving, so that's not very helpful. Thunder Wave can knock them back, not very helpful. I think Witch Bolt is probably the best. Any cantrips you can use? You got Firebolt, Ray of Frost, and Mage Hands. Anything I can move with Mage Hands? Nope. I think we'll try out Witch Bolt. Path is interrupted. Okay, it can't hit Witch Bolt from here. Can we hit Witch Bolt on you? 55% chance. Low chance because we're on low ground. Yep, we missed the Witch Bolt. That's not good. No bonus action you can do, but we can move. So we should probably start moving you somewhere useful. Probably towards here. We want to try to get through the acid. Alright, let's end the turn and let's see what these guys do. 5 damage on Gale. I think we need to get Shadow Heart up somewhere, but she can't move, can she? Let's try making our way up. Ow, 3 damage. From what? Walking through the fire? We still got spell slots, so we can probably use one of our higher spell damage spells on this. 55% chance because we're on low ground at the moment. Can we bonus action jump? We can't because there's no more movement. We can't shove, we can't do anything. Alright, let's not use 55% chance. Let's just do a cantrip. Did some damage, which is good. And depth. You also need to get to high ground, but not through the fire. Or can we just shoot from here? Oh, we missed our firebolt from down low ground. That's not good.
Talk to me.
We'll end our turn here. We'll get you to move a little bit up and end the turn here. Ow, we're dying. Alright, Gale, what can you do? I need you to walk around probably to this side. And then we'll just keep firebolting this mage up here. Path is interrupted. Alright, I guess we can only firebolt to this hunter. 6 damage, not bad. See what the hunter does. Oh, it's down Gale. That's not good. Alright, can we get up here now? Now we shouldn't have low ground disadvantage anymore. It's on 8 health. Now we can guarantee the kill probably with one of our guide. Well, not guaranteed. That disadvantage again. Why? Target is too close. Oh, Lord. Can I move? Alright, I've walked into his melee range and now target is too close. So we don't want to roll with disadvantage. What other things can we do? We've made a horrible mistake. Yep, target is too close. We're just going to have to melee attack it, I guess, since it's too close. 55% chance of hitting a melee. 4 damage. It's on 4 health. We can maybe kill it with one of our other dudes. But you're dying and you should probably heal yourself. Okay, we don't want another person to down because that would be disastrous.
Time to push my luck again.
Can you revive him? Yep, there we go. You're up on 1 health now. Was that my action? That was my action. Oh no. Okay, so my action was to revive him. Fine. I'm not driving this combat very well. Ow, that was a lot of damage. Alright, we need to kill one of these guys. So you're on 11 health and you're up there on 4 health. We don't have a spell we can use. Or a cantrip. Why can't I use this? I can't use any actions. I can only move. Can I bonus action heal myself? Yep. So we'll hide behind this rock for now, I guess. And we'll just end our turn. We're not doing very well in this combat so far. This guy's still alive. She's not dead. And she has an action. And this guy's on 4 health. If I move out of the way a little... Oh, forgot about the attack of opportunity. Silly. We need to guarantee this kill. 4 damage. Let's kill it. We missed anyway. What? Oh god. I didn't... this is not good.
On my feet.
Dep still has health. We can firebolt or use something a little bit more beefy. 6 damage guaranteed, up to 15 damage, and you're on 11 health. Or we can roll for this damage. I think we need to kill this guy first. 50% chance to hit. Knocks the creature to prone. Does that mean it takes a turn to get up? 2 to 16, 2 to 16. Alright, let's go with Thunder, because that does the most damage. 70% chance to hit and maybe kill. Yes, there we go. Alright, we've killed one of them. That's good. And we can end our turn now. Hopefully, well, this guy's going to definitely kill Shadowheart, isn't she? No, she's run off. Oh, she missed. Amazing. She's running away. So we can give chase. I don't think our mage is able to get up this way and actually do damage, is she? Yup, no. Alright, it's all on you, Shadowheart. You need to kill this thing. It's on 4 health, surely. I have no more spell slots, but I can shoot it. It's got high ground advantage, 60% chance to hit. Even with high ground, it's only a 60% chance to hit. But we've won. That was a difficult fight. Either that or I'm just really bad at the game. All my people are on like no health. So can we maybe just rest and no spell slots? We can do another long rest, but that'll use up all our camp supplies. Apparently we have 112 again. So yep, let's long rest.
At the ready.
We go have a chat with our friends.
What's up for
Let's have a chat with Gale. I don't want to be friends with Gale. Is he using mirror image as a mirror?
Be with you in a moment.
Why are you studying your own mirror image?
Indulging in a spot of vanity. Handsome devil, aren't I? Be that as it may. Ceramorphosis. What does it make you think of?
First and foremost, that damn
Spot
tadpole.
on. Day 1, fever and memory loss. Day 2, hallucinations and graying skin. Day 3, hair loss and blood leaking from all orifices. Need to go on?
No, please stop.
My point is this. Our orifices remain blissfully unblooded, our heads remain clear, and our blood temperature normal. Any expert will agree this is abnormal.
Can you explain why the symptoms aren't showing?
That, alas, is where my knowledge fails me. A rogue might call it luck, a priest might call it fate. As for myself, I'm a pragmatic. I see the silence before the storm. Something to sleep on. We should get some rest.
Alright, that's it for our interactions. Unless we can go and talk to Shadowheart again. If it doesn't have an exclamation mark, does that mean there's no useful interaction?
I couldn't help but overhear. Well, alright, I could have helped, but didn't. Anyway, I feel the same. Other than the occasional mental exchange, it's almost as if we're not infected.
Good, right?
The voice on the ship told me I'd become a beautiful weapon. What do you think it meant?
Anything's possible, but we still need to find a healer.
Agreed. We can't take the lack of symptoms for granted. All right. I've kept you from your blanket long enough. Rest well.
Alright, let's go have our long rest to recover all our health and spell slots for the next fight because, geez, every fight is taking a huge toll on us, which is not very sustainable. But we can use our camp supplies and we'll do a full rest. Alright, we didn't have to battle the worm thing this time, so that's good. So let's get out of here. We should also take some learnings from our battles that we have. So for example, sleep was a great spell that put our Gale out of commission for a bit, and he actually has sleep, so we should definitely try to use that in combat. It does take a spell slot to use, but could be handy. And also things like high ground that give advantage and disadvantage, that all seems like very useful stuff. But now that we've killed all of these people, we can go and loot them to see what they have. Gold, some agate, a shovel, camp supplies. Oh, 14 armor class scale armor. Interesting. That sounds useful. And a 0 to 9 damage longsword. Alright, let's take all of these items. We'll take all the items first and then we'll check the inventory and see if there's any better things that we can give people. 11 armor class, light armor. That's good. Let's check this guy. We've got thieves tools, trap disarming toolkit. That sounds useful. More leather armor, longsword, a shield. Could be better than our shield, we'll see. You know, we'll go up here and check the mage. Maybe it's got a nice juicy staff for us. It does have a staff, but it's the same as my staff. And same robe that I'm wearing with 14 gold and a talus, divination without magic. Okay, that's just a random book, I think. Let's check our inventory and see if any of these are upgrades for us. We're starting to get pretty heavy at the moment. 11 armor class robe compared to my 10 armor class thing. Not that big of an upgrade, but there was a 14 armor class armor. That one's wearing 13. What if I wore this? This is scale armor. This is medium armor. Can I wear this? Using this armor will increase your armor class, but lack of training will give you disadvantage on some rolls and stop you from casting spells. Nope. Don't want to do that. But maybe we can increase our armor class with 1 with light armor. Not proficient with light armor. I'm not proficient with any armor. Okay, well that's useless to us then. But, I mean, 1 more would be better, I guess. We'll give your chain shirt back to you so I know where it came from. I think she can use, Shadowheart can use scale mail, medium armor, because she was using medium armor before. What other upgrades can we give it? We've got our mace that does 2 to 7 damage. I don't think any of these swords are better for it. And I don't think I'm proficient with any of these other weapons, so I don't think that can help. What about our shield? Currently we're +2 studded shield, which is exactly the same as that, so that's all fine. We'll leave that. And we will start pressing forward. Now, we were meant to explore these ruins, I believe. Is that an actual quest? Find the cure, explore the ruins. Alright, let's continue exploring then. We've got some crates with nothing in it. Got some bedrolls over here. Can we sleep in the bedroll? Does that do anything for us?
What's on your mind?
Oops, didn't mean to talk to you. Alright, let's continue through the door then. Maybe there'll be some more combat. I wish I can lead with another character. I want to lead with my cleric, so Depp isn't always in the front.
Everything alright out there?
Yes, everything is alright. I can do some deception. Performance, let me in. If I leave, can I see what character has the most stats? Character sheet. So, we wanted deception or something like that. Is deception a... what stat is it? Deception is a charisma skill, right? And my deception is all terrible. What was the other option?
Everything alright out there?
We can do performance. Let's see if we have anything that has performance. We're slowly learning the game. Performance is also a charisma stat. So basically all of these things are... basically character, are basically all charisma related, so none of that's going to help us. We can try the roll, but we've seen that doing negative things on rolls is not beneficial, so we can just try something that's non-performative.
Come in here and you can meet him.
Okay. They locked the door. There's no other way in according to my map. Can we use our thieves tools? How do we use our thieves tools? Use. Shadowheart. Let's give it to Shadowheart. How do we use an item? Let's have a look. Alright, we can drag it down here. And now can we use them? Ah, here we go. We can open it up with sleight of hand. It's a difficulty class 7, and we only have a +1 bonus, so yeah, not the best chance. Let's just try it. How do we add bonus? We can use guidance, which gives us a 1d4 total bonus of 2 to 5. That should be helpful. We got a 5 +1. Thank God we did the guidance, because that just let us unlock the door. Thank God. And now we've unlocked the door, we can get ready to fight. Our Gale can level up. We should probably level up our Gale. We forgot to do that. Get him to level 2, at least he gets some more health. 8 to 14, that's a lot of extra health. Gets a subclass. We took Abjuration. I guess we'll just give him Evocation. Or is there something better? Minor Illusion sounds useful, maybe? And in terms of spells, we can give him, I don't know, something like Magic Missiles for more damage. And Ray of Sickness. Possibly poisons the target. That sounds useful. Something we don't have on our other wizard. Alright, let's get through the door and prepare for more battle.
That might be worth it.
Perception failed. What happened? What? It didn't explain what happened. Can we read what happened to us? We walked through the door and it hurt us immensely. What? An arcane ward? Is that what happened to us? I have no idea. Can we short rest here?
That took the edge off.
Alright, that healed us back to full. Good. I'm gonna lead with my Shadow Heart. And we'll start exploring these ruins. Now we know there's some enemies over there apparently. Can we surprise them?
No such thing as coincidences.
Quiet as
No, apparently not. Can I move out of the way? Hello? Alright, we just ran into death. That hurt a lot. That was not smart. We've immediately been downed. We'll use our Gale to revive us. And then is it my turn? Dep can do stuff. Can we go hide behind here and potentially throw something at them?
Breathe deep.
We can't do this. Not enough movement. I feel like we're immediately about to die. Did we do something bad? Was this not meant to happen?
whatever comes, I'm ready.
I feel like Shadowheart needs to kill someone. Let's go with a guiding bolt. There we go. It didn't kill it. But maybe we can shove him and block the doorway potentially. Nope, athletics failed. So let's run around the corner and just go over here. Forgot about the attacks of opportunity. Now, you're in a lot of trouble. I'm going to need to potion you up if we have any chance of survival. Let's not panic and see if we can get ourselves out of this fight. Worst case scenario, we'll just reload our previous save. I think we saved right before we came in here. You probably need to get out of here, but you're out of any ability to move. Do you still have an action? No, but you have a bonus action, and you probably also need to chug a pot. Now we're in a reasonably good space, I think. I say we're in a reasonably good space, but it's their turn, so they're probably in a big position to basically kill me. But let's see. Okay, I did 5 damage. Not good. The good thing is they're all in this little corridor, which my mage Dep should be able to throw a giant orb. Ow, ow, ow. That all hurt a lot. This combat is like really difficult. I don't know if I'm doing something wrong that I'm not meant to be getting into this sort of combat at the moment, but yeah, it all seems very, very dangerous at the moment. For my action on Dep, I think we're going to go with Chromatic Orb, and we want to do the most amount of damage, right? That doesn't do AoE. This does 2 to 16, 2 to 16, 2 to 16. This doesn't shoot far enough. Alright, let's move up a little bit then. I'd like to hide behind something if I could, but I think I'm gonna miss my orb. Let's just run up and we'll shoot our orb first, and then we'll run away. See, this fire thing seems to hit most of them. We probably want to hit like everyone over here if possible. What's the most amount of people we can hit? We can hit all 4 of these back dudes over here if we land one of our fireballs here. But there's not enough movement, so we're going to have to go for these 3 in front then. It's not letting me do any of that. It's only letting me hit these 2 in front, and also I'm going to hit my own person. Alright, let's leave that for later. Let's see what Gale can do. Can Gale kill this person? Let's have a look. We've got magic missiles and sleep. We've got a firebolt. She only has 3 health. Let's go for a cantrip firebolt. We've got advantage. That killed that person. Great. Now we can move our Shadow Heart out of the way a little bit. So for example, here. And then can you cast in your Chromatic Orb, a big AoE fire attack? What if I move like right here? Can I just like cast it in there? There we go. We did some damage, not a lot. Now I'd really love you to move out of the way, but I don't think you can. I'm just gonna have to keep chugging potions. It's my last potion, so I don't die. Then we've still got our move with Shadow Heart. So Shadow Heart can do something. She's only on 11 health, which is not great. Can she... Well, she's got 2 more spell slots. We can Guiding Bolt and kill someone. Potentially this Hasid person who looks like the main... Well, they all have names, so I don't even know what they do. Charm Person. Charm prevent her from attacking. You gain advantage on Charisma check dialogues. That doesn't sound very useful. Well, we can try Guiding Bolt again on this person. Nope, we missed. That's not good. Alright, that's the end of our turn. Let's see what devastation they do to us. Got someone jumping forward to attack our cleric. No damage. Range attack on depth. That puts us at 3 health. Not good. Missed that ranged attack, thankfully. And Shadow Heart is taking more damage. Our whole party is nearly dead. I don't think we're coming out of this fight alive. There's literally nothing I can do. I've still got more spell slots. So if Shadow Heart moves out of the way, I can potentially do a lot of damage to these two, maybe. If we do something like this, this is a single target Chromatic Orb, or we can do damage to both of these at the same time. If Shadow Heart gets out of the way, we can do a fire one. Oh, Shadow Heart doesn't really need to move. We can do something like this, and that shouldn't hurt Shadow Heart. That didn't do anything. Why? What? Okay, that was great. I think we might just need to die and restart this fight, to be honest, because, like, what else can I do? Sure, we can heal ourselves, but then if we can't kill any of these guys, what's the point, right? Let's start with Gale, who's on 1 health left. If we had any other potions left, we could use a potion, but we don't. None of these other things seem to be helpful. We can put things to sleep, but I think we should just go for damage and try to kill this person. Situational actions. You've unlocked an action as a result of another ability. It will remain at the side of your hotbar until those conditions expire. Activate the Witch Bolt. Okay, we can't do that. That's an action, isn't it? And now we have our Cleric's ability. It's got 1 health left, but we can't really do much about you. These two are both on full health. I don't know how we're going to do all of that damage, but I guess we just start with here. We can't move because we're going to get 2 attacks of opportunity at us. We're going to have to Firebolt. Well, Depth's already used his action, so I might as well just kill 1 person if I can. That's probably the best thing that we can do. We still can't move, so we're just going to have to end our turn. Do we have any more potions? You can use a potion, so you might not immediately die. And let's end our turn. You have no more actions to do whatsoever, so you can just end your turn. And you have no health or anything. You're on 1 health. You're probably going to get downed again. Yep, there we go. Gale is down. That's not good. There's still 3 dudes back there. How the heck are we meant to fight 3 dudes with our party of 3? That's crazy. Thankfully, we have a high armor class on Shadow Heart, so she can kind of fight. Let's start with Depth. We're not walking over to revive this guy with a whole turn. We just need to do damage, I think. Is there any other utility spell that can potentially help us? Doesn't look like it. 6 to 15 damage with magic missiles. Maybe we should do that to do as much damage to this melee attacker as possible. 3 magic missiles on him. That did 9 damage, which is good. Now he's on 5 within killing range of Shadow Heart. Shadow Heart has 1 spell slot left. We know that Guiding Bolt is at disadvantage at this range, so we don't want to do that. So perhaps we need to just... We can bonus action heal ourselves with our last spell, but in terms of our action, what about this? Necrotic Wounds can do 3 to 30 damage, and it doesn't suffer from disadvantage at close range. So let's try that. That did 10 damage and killed 1 more person, which is great. let's get you hiding behind the wall, so maybe they can't attack you. And then we'll just end your turn here, and we'll end our turn here. Let's see what these three do. They're gonna dash. Okay, they all dashed, which is fine. I'm out of spell slots, so all we can do is whittle these guys down very, very slowly. Is there a more positional place I can go to that sort of helps me out here? Maybe hiding behind this table might help me. Let's use a cantrip. Advantage doesn't help. All I can do is use cantrips, and we'll hit the lowest health person, which is probably one of these guys. 15. That did 9 damage. Fantastic. Then we only have Shadowheart left, and Shadowheart can pretty much only use 5 ult as well, with a 50% chance of it hitting. What about Sacred Flame? 1 to 8 damage. This is 1 to 10 damage. Sacred Flame has an even less chance of hitting. Alright, let's just go for the Firebolt then. We missed. Okay, that makes sense. Shall we get you to hide behind this wall? Or since they're all ranged, maybe we should just get you in their face. And then maybe we can bonus action shove one of these guys. 55% chance. Let's just shove this guy. There we go. We shoved him. He's on the floor now. Does that mean he has to take a turn to get up? No, that just moves him. He doesn't actually change positions. Alright, well, we're just going to have to see what happens here. Because we're at the mercy of these three at the moment. They're going to run around and try to take pot shots. Yep, you've killed Depp. Great. Now you're on your own, so let's see what you do. Stabilized. Well, we can't rest or flee combat. 6 damage. All we can do is sort of hit you, right? That did 5. Oh man, he's on 1 health. If only we could do anything else. Is Gale dead?
Quickly, don't let me down.
He's only downed. How do I do a saving throw? No idea. So the saving throw basically stops me from getting killed, right? But I can't get myself back up. Okay, fair enough. So all I have is Shadowheart, and now we just have to try to get ourselves out of this combat by some sort of magic. Lucky we have a high armor class, and these ranged attacks don't seem to be doing too much against me. But even still, we're still on 7 health, so there's not much we can do at the moment. Shadowheart can only attack this person, so... Ugh, and we missed. We don't want to shove them. We don't want to dip. Maybe we can just move outside of their shooting range by going on the other side of this door. Did the saving throw work? It doesn't tell me. It's shooting my downed guy. What? Alright. Can we attack this person? Can't reach destination. That's not good. These guys all have 16 health, so that's definitely not something we can do anything about right now. What if we shove this guy out of the way? Nope. We can't move because this guy is blocking the doorway now, so we can only attack. Did 4 damage. Alright, we're pretty much gonna die now, I think. Let's see what happens in this game when your entire party falls. The attack of opportunity missed, and now we're on 2 health, so we're surely definitely dead. Alright, excellent. So everyone died, we just have to load our last game. Our save point is just right at the start of this dungeon, so once again we need to short rest. Then we need to get them over here, but I want to hide everyone because we have this hide, right? And then there's this group hide thing I noticed. So if we press Shift C, we can get all our group hiding. But I want them to, like, have you noticed that when you move one character, they all move? So I think if you toggle group mode, then you can move them separately and I can sort of position my characters ready for combat. So we'll get Depp up there because you're going to throw some sort of chromatic orb or something at all of these guys. So we'll get you up there. And then we're going to get Shadowheart up here as well. And then we're going to see if we can engage combat from a more advantageous position. There's a lever here. What does the lever do? Does it close the door? Is that what we want to do? Alright. I suppose we're ready to engage in combat now. So I think I want to engage with Depth and a big AoE from Chromatic Orb. We could probably try to hit one person, but I think I want to go for some fire damage. That way they run through fire if they try to engage us. Can we hit more than 2 people? I think this hits maybe 3 people. I don't want him to like run out there. So I think we'll shoot at something like this. That should hit all 3 of them. Let's just have a look. There's the Chromatic Orb. Did quite a bit of damage, which is good. Now we need to engage with the rest of our people. Let's regroup our party. Then we got to make sure these guys are actually engaged in combat because they're not at the moment. Especially someone like you. Can I firebolt from out here? Let's have a look. Oh, what other spells do we have? We have Thunder Wave, Mage Armor, protects a target from attacks, increasing its armor class to 13 plus its dexterity modifier. That seems like a useful buff. Grease. Can we grease up the floor over here? Where do you have to move to cast grease? There. That sounds potentially useful. Let's go over here, sneak over here and cast a grease. That way, when they come out, they all have to fall through the floor. That did damage? Oh! The grease? What? Enemy sightlines. Wait, what happened? I just cast grease and the grease must have triggered the fire and hit all of them. That's interesting. So now, are we still in combat? We are still in combat. But the door is closed. So now what? We don't want to open the door. Can we go somewhere else?
It shall be done. Come on, can't stay idle.
Let's get Depth out of here.
Let me recite their demise.
And let's get Shadowheart out of here as well.
Sometimes the
now what do they do?
Through.
They can't get through the door. They're all slowly burning in there? That's good. I can't get through the door either. So now what? How does this fight continue? I don't understand. They're going around this other way. Is there another way? This is just a fireplace. Yeah, closing this door was not the best idea. And what if we flee combat? Enemy too close. If we're far enough from the enemies, we can disengage the combat. We can probably turn on the lever again, but we can reposition our people before we do that. I feel like to win this combat, we need to get control of this lever. So we're going to go over here and just chill by the lever, and we're just going to open and close the door and let people in and out as we need it. But it looks like they're all burning at the moment, so that's good. They're all trying to hit this door. This lever looks like the key to winning this battle. Let's see if we can open the lever and maybe hit some people. I think someone died just then.
The witching hour.
I want you to be out there somewhere, but not sort of exposed in the open. Let's just get you behind this thing over here. I don't think that helps at all.
Don't give up.
Shadowheart can activate this lever, which will open the door. Is that my action? Okay, that uses up your action, so that's not the best. Can the bonus action be used on that? I don't think so. So opening the door on my action is pretty crazy. Let's get Depth to do something. We've still got 2 more spell slots, so maybe we can Burning Orb some more and then close the door again. If we did something like that... It missed, damn it. Now we need to run away again. If we run through here, maybe we can bait some people out. I don't think they can shoot me like that. Shadowheart needs to have access to this lever, but probably away from the doorway. What can Gale do? Gale has spells that aren't particularly useful. We can grease up again and set everything on fire again. That sounds cool. Alright, the door is now closed again because of the grease. How is this grease thing happening? This combo is insane. I wish I understood why this is happening so I can abuse it. But we can end our turn now, we can end our turn now, and we can end our turn. We seem to be pretty safe, and they're just slowly dying to stuff, which is great, and the range guys can't shoot through the door. Now we have one more spell slot combination left, but should we open the door and throw some firebolts? Let's try that. It might be a bad idea, but we'll get Shadowheart to open the door again. Now I've got this guy on 6 health, so perhaps a couple of firebolts from these two will be able to kill this person. 65% chance to hit this. But you have the ability to grease one more time, so I'm gonna save you for later. Let's start with depth first. Oh my god. What the heck is that? I can firebolt my own people by accident. Great, thank you for that. The UI here is definitely clunky, but we can guarantee a kill here with magic missiles. These guys are both on full health at the moment, but we can guarantee a kill on this person with magic missiles. There we go. At least we've got one. Now there's only 2 more people alive, so that's definitely good. We'll stay out of attack range of you. Then that'll force these people potentially out. I'm just gonna heal myself because I stupidly used this guy to hit myself. So we'll end your turn. Now we've used up your actions, so you can't do anything anymore, but we'll probably just get you out of the way a little bit. End your turn, and you can't do anything, so you can... I don't want you to block the doorway because I potentially want one to come out. And then, yeah, after you come out, then we can close the door. Yeah, we're gonna take some damage from the arrows. Can't really do much about that. Oh, good. They missed. Now, do we even want to close the door? That would be useful. We'll save closing the door for last if we can't kill this person. So we will use a firebolt on you first. That was 7 damage. Great. He's on 1 health. Then we can switch over to Gale, who can use another cantrip, a firebolt or a ray of frost. Doesn't really matter. There we go. There's a firebolt. Killed this person. Then, to prevent any more damage this turn, what we can do is actually just close the door. Now these guys can't shoot at us. This door is hacks. What the heck? Now, how can I heal myself without using a potion? I can bonus action heal, but... Yep, alright, there we go. We're back on full health now. Now we can end our turn, and we only have 2 archers to deal with.
Time to push my luck again.
Great. We can continue this pattern now. So we'll get Shadowheart over here, and we'll open the door again. Now, if we want to use the rest of our spell slots, which I don't know if it's smart to use every single spell slot every single battle, but we can get him to come over and grease the floor over here again, and then maybe we can set a firebolt or something to burn all of these people. You'd think if I firebolt the floor over there, then they would burn, right? So we'll get depth
Survival is all
to... We have no more spell slots, but we do have fireball. Can we just... firebolt the floor? There we go. That did exactly what I wanted to do. It lit all that grease on fire, and now we're going to get out of the way of these archers. Hope that's out of the way. It didn't trigger the door. I don't know what was triggering the door. Like the fire was triggering the lever or something. The explosion maybe, which was like triggering the door. But we've done some damage to them, and now they're burning, which is great. So we'll end your turn. You've done everything you can. Let's get you back out of the line of sight of these guys. And then we'll end your turn, and you can just go block the doorway, I guess. Oh, you don't even need to block the doorway. You can just chill here. If they shoot something, I'd rather shoot the high armor class person, so they can shoot at him and they'll miss. And he's burning, and he's gonna go over here and miss as well. Fantastic. Now we can just attack these people. This person's on 4 health, so our cantrip fire should be able to do damage to it if it doesn't miss. Oh, it did 3. Fine. Let's see if Shadowheart can do anything. We can't run into the fire, but we can... No, running through there would run into the fire. So we're going to have to use something ranged, like Sacred Flame or something. 40% chance, or a fireball with a 50% chance, 55% chance. Not great. That killed that person. Fantastic. Now we just need to wait for the floor to stop being on fire. We'll get Gale to move up. I don't think Gale can get anywhere in range of an attack at the moment, so you can just chill out here. So we'll end your turn. You can get out of the way of whoever's shooting. We'll end your turn. And you can tank the shots. We'll get them to move to us. What if I just move completely out of the way? Then they have to come to us, right? Oh, nope, the fire's gone. Never mind. He's gonna shoot Gale. That was a bad idea. And it ensnared and hurt him even more. That's not good. But we can potentially kill this person now. So let's just start throwing fireballs at him. What else can we do? Mage Hands, True Strike. Is Mage Hands like a thing? I don't think Mage Hands... I haven't found any use for Mage Hands yet. But we've got a 70% chance of hitting this fireball, which does 4 damage, putting him on 6 health. Then potentially Shadowheart can finish it off, and even if not, I want it to get into melee range, which will give him disadvantage for his bow. And it does 5 damage, so he's on 1 health. And then potentially, are you ensnared, or can you potentially do something? Let's see if we can do a Ray of Frost 70% or Fireball 70%. Let's try Ray of Frost. Does that hurt me because it's a ray? No, it doesn't. That did 7 damage. Crazy. Alright, that took us out of combat, and not too bad. Everyone is reasonably healthy except for Gale. And we can't really heal Gale without a short rest, but everyone else seems reasonably healthy, so I'm not going to do that. Let's get Depp up and let's loot some corpses. Let's get the bounty for all our battles. Clubs, leather boots. Ooh, leather boots. Does that give anything? Nope. Leather gloves. None of this gives anything. Let's just take it all because maybe we can sell it for money later. Another book. A scroll of burning hands. Okay. I don't know what scrolls do though. Do we already have scrolls? Does that teach burning hands to someone, I think, maybe? Quarterstaff, we already have that. Nothing interesting to loot, really. Let's go into the room and see what else there is. Just a bunch of regular crap. Basic potion. Coat your active weapon with... Oh, sorry. Basic poison. Coat your active weapon with poison. Ah, that's potentially useful. Nothing else here seems to be an upgrade. Wasn't there like a bossy dude that could potentially help us? Gold. Alchemist's Fire. Hurls a flask of liquid fire that explodes on impact. Wow, that sounds useful. Alright, let's continue exploring. There's a door over here. Let's see what's in this room. Got a chest with some candles in there. A stack of books with a couple of books. Let's have a look in this shabby wardrobe. Maybe there's some shabby clothes in there that we can take. Nope. I'm gonna take all this stuff because it doesn't seem like it's not useful. And it's just a weight issue, right, at the end of the day. So we can probably find a town at some point and sell it. Encumbered. Okay, why would I want to pick up that barrel? An oil barrel. Ooh. How do I drop this? Drop item. We don't want to be encumbered by an oil barrel. Let's have a look at the rest of this dungeon. It looks like it's a pretty massive dungeon. So we should probably be a little bit sneaky or something around here. It doesn't look like there's any more enemies according to my map. But we're trying to explore this place, right? Is that what our journal says? Explore the ruins. Opening doors willy-nilly seems like a bad idea. Maybe I should get my Shadowheart up front first.
No lock, no handle. How does it open?
Okay, something updated in my journal. Let's see what happened. We found a locked door, but it doesn't have a keyhole. There's got to be something interesting behind it. Okay.
On I go.
There's no keyhole. This room looks ominous. Nothing interesting on either side, it looks like. Just trying to hover over everything. I wonder if there's a button you can press that just highlights everything you can interact with. I see a chest over here. See what's in the chest? A quill and a bunch of ink. Maybe that will come in handy. Do we have to write something in this book? Chapel records. Fine dust coats the pages of this weathered book. Beneath bone-white powder, hundreds of short obituaries are recorded in tiny script. Okay. There's only one page. There's another trunk over here.
That might be
Oh,
worth a look.
what is that? A lever. A lever revealed itself after we walked over here. Let's activate the lever and see what that does. I swear, activating random levers in dungeons just seems like a bad idea. But let's forge onwards. Ah, the lever has opened this door as we suspected. Let's grab these thieves' tools. Thieves' tools are always useful for unlocking doors. What is in this room? Why did we want to come in here? A bunch of candles. Is there like an insight check that we can do that highlights things? Oh, here we go, a cutscene. Dank Crypt. Is this a new map? This looks like a new map. Do we see any bad guys? No. The game auto-saved for us. Does that mean we're about to get into some sort of crazy combat? Anything inside these vases? No. Can we open this door? Nope, it's locked. There's a gilded chest. That looks valuable. Glass chalice and a plate. Maybe they will be valuable. I don't know. There's another set of doors on this side. These ones open. And there's another guild opulent chest over here. Maybe that's got something cool in it. Scroll of protection from evil. Cool. Does our map reveal anything useful? No. I don't see any enemies beyond here. Is it just a bunch of chests and crypts? Perception failed.
Caution is warranted here.
Okay. Caution is warranted. There's a vent here. Disarm. What? Alright, let's check out this vent. What does it do? I can disarm the vent. We need to roll a 10 and they use Dex to disarm. I think probably this person is the best to do it. Can we add guidance from one of our party members? Who does guidance? It looks like Shadowheart does her own guidance. Total bonus 2 to 5. Let's try to disarm this vent and then maybe good things will happen for us. 11, great. I feel like we need a character with high perception leading the charge. Like maybe we need a tank warrior up the front with like really high perception. We keep failing these. This place is trapped. Alright, so if we don't disarm these sarcophaguses, we're probably going to get ambushed by something scary. So we've still got guidance. Let's roll. All of these are 10s. Eventually we're going to fail because that's just a 50-50 shot, right? So we're going to have to see what happens when we fail one of these traps. So they're disarmed. Now we can open it. Oh, we've got the Watcher's Guide. What is that? A 2 to 9 damage dagger. Okay. Death's Promise. It has a special ability. When the spear misses its target, the wielder's next attack roll will gain True Strike. Amazing. If I had a dagger user, that'll be super cool. An engraved key. Black ink stain blots the handle of this key, found in the sarcophagus within a long forgotten chapel. Let's take the key. I think that is basically it. Do we want to roll the dice with all of these other things? So if we walk on top of these, that's not good, right? We have to like disarm these vents. There's other sarcophaguses in here I feel like we should explore, so let's try. These rolls are terrible, but let's keep using guidance. Is there a limit to how much Shadowheart can do guidance? Are these spell slots that I'm using? 7, 8, 9. Uh-oh. Okay, we failed our trap. Let's see what happens. Okay, that just spews some stuff out. That's fine. I'm gonna ungroup my party so that other people don't walk over these traps. But I feel like I can just walk through here, right? What is that button do? It's a puzzle. Alright, let's check out this sarcophagus.
Best avoid that trap.
A gargoyle head trap. Alright, let's disarm that first.
Best avoid that trap.
$19. Disarm the gargoyle head trap. That probably just does some damage. So we should be able to open this sarcophagus now, which gives us a great sword. Fantastic. Currently we're using a mace, so is that better? Not proficient with martial weapons or greatswords. Okay, no one can use that, but we'll take it anyway. In terms of other sarcophagus,
best avoid that trap.
Our perception is really good on this character. Let's see what's in these wooden crates. Nothing much. Is there a trap over here? Is a heavy chest with Arrow of Ilmater. It does 1d4 necrotic damage, prevents your target from regaining hit points. I mean, that sounds useful, but 2 potions? Oh, definitely useful. Holy Water. 3 to 18 damage. Small flask that explodes on impact, damaging nearby fiends and undead. Okay, torch and disarm trap toolkit. Maybe we should... Oh, what did I press? Maybe we should put this disarm trap toolkit on me. That sounds only useful.
Avoid that trap.
Can avoid all the traps, that's fine. There's 2 more sarcophaguses over here. We've got a ring, a skull, and a bone. That sounds not that useful.
Looks like a trap there.
And we've got a soul coin, a warhammer. Is that a hammer? I'm guessing that's different to a hammer? I can't tell what weapon class it is. And a studded shield. Let me check if this warhammer is an upgrade for me. Not proficient with martial weapons or warhammers. Okay, well, not that. So a mace is different to a warhammer. I mean, in D&D, there's like a billion different things. Like every single weapon is a different type, basically. So let's get our party to head over this side, and then we'll go through this door. I think we've pretty much explored this whole room. The ancient door is locked. Have we finished exploring this? Is this like an optional thing, or does it just keep going forever? I keep pressing B for bag, but it's not B. Let's get the thieves tools in here, and then we can try to lockpick this.
Touch can do.
So thieves tools, dexterity. We need a 15. We're not going to get a 15, even if we do guidance. Yeah, definitely not. I mean, we could try again. Let's do one more try. I don't want to use all my thieves tools on this door. 5. Okay, that's not happening. Alright. I don't want to use all my thieves tools on this door. We did activate this button. Let's see what this button did. Maybe on the other side of the world, it opened up this door. It looks like it's unlocked now. Yes. All right. We use the engraved key. No, we have the engraved key from the sarcophagus. Okay. So we can't get through that back door, and I want to use all my thieves tools on it in case we need it. But we've got some stuff over here. There's some entombed scribes over here. They've got random daggers. I don't know if I should be picking up all this crap, but it can't hurt for now. We got a scroll of burning hands again. They seem pretty common. What is in here? Oh.
I didn't think anyone worshipped
Religion
spiders.
successful. And that helps me how? There's a plaque over here we can look at.
The inscription is in a language unknown to you.
Okay. What about if Deb had a look at the plaque?
The inscription
Nope.
is in a language unknown to you.
Alright, Shadowheart, off you go. What else is there to explore here? There's another tunnel leading off this way. Is there anything else in the room we're missing? Can't really see under these banisters. Doesn't look like there's anything. There's a gilded chest over here that could potentially be handy. Hopefully there's no traps. Just some cups and plates. Okay, nothing useful. Let's head down this ominous looking tunnel and see if that gives us anything. Oh, there's another one over here. You gotta miss these gilded chests. They're so easy to miss. Just more scrolls from protection from good and evil. You can rummage through all of these dudes and grab their... Oh, a quarterstaff with 2 to 9 damage. Isn't that my quarterstaff? 0 to 7 damage. So can we give it this better quarterstaff? I mean, not that that would help that much, but how do I change weapons? For some reason, when you equip it, it does 0 to 7 damage. Ah, it's the same quarterstaff, basically. It's just, I think because of the character stats, it does different amounts of damage. Alright, we're out of the ruins, I think. We're in some sort of watery area now. We can swim north or south. Let's try south first. Difficult terrain, deep water. And also we're wet. Hey, there's a ladder over here. And we can pull down the lever to activate the ladder. Shall we investigate the ladder? But there's more southward we can go. Perhaps we should investigate this ladder first. Take the ladder up. That took us out to another area. That's where we were before, I think. And that is probably not where we want to go. There's a skeleton over here with some gold and potions. Lovely. Probably should distribute my potions a little bit more. So let's split this and give 1 to you. And we'll split it and give 1 to you as well. Alright, great. So let's continue up this way. It doesn't seem to let me go up any further this way. So I think this is the end of this map. Let's check the other side. I don't think we can go this way either. Yeah, there's no more path this way. Okay, so this ladder up was the correct path. So let's forge on. Back up to the surface we go. Have we finished exploring the ruins then? It didn't update the story, so I don't feel like we've completed it. But there's a path that goes out this way. So let's follow it and see where it leads. We can climb up these knotted roots. And we can continue to a new section of the chapel. Oh, this looks like some dead people here. Gotta be a little bit careful. Make sure there's no things about to ambush us. What did we just find? A dirt mound. We got a shovel. Hey, we found a chest in the dirt mound. Amazing. It's got gold in it and a smokeless smoke powder bomb. Alright, that does a lot of damage. 12 to 21 damage. That sounds amazing. We're gonna remember we have these items to use. So I feel like I want to sneak again for some reason. And I'm gonna follow my instincts and we're just gonna sneak over here. Wait, no, this is at the start of the ruins again. What? Oh, well. This is just where we were before. These are the dead corpses that we found before. Can you see what's underneath there? Alright. Well, I think that's all there is to this area. I don't think there's anything else to explore. But it doesn't look like we've completed the quest. We've got 2 more thieves' tools out there. So what I might end up doing is
need to keep going.
Try to figure out what we can do here. There's a cracked stone here. Is there something we can do with the cracked stone? Like, for example, can Depth cast something on here? I don't have any more spell slots, but I can cantrip like Firebolt onto here. That didn't do any damage at all. Okay, I don't know what to do with this cracked stone. I'm gonna head back in and we're gonna try to crack that doorway in that trap room. I still feel like we missed something here because our quest isn't completed. I mean, we've got a lot of cool and interesting items out of there, unless that is all it is. But it should go into the completed sections, right? So I feel like we need to come in here and complete it. Oh, there's a vent here. Nope, that's not what we're after. We need to get into this door, I think. So we'll lockpick it.
How tempting.
Give ourselves the added bonus of guidance if we can, and then we're just going to roll a few times and see if we can't get through this door. 14! We did it! Amazing. So we've unlocked this door. Let's see what's behind it. Alright, ancient door, show me your secrets. We're just back on the ravaged beach. Okay, so this was this door that we initially came up to. So we're still missing something because we still haven't explored the ruins. Interesting artifacts down here. Alright, we're going back inside. We're gonna find whatever we're missing. We're definitely missing something. There must be like a perception check that we're missing or a button somewhere. I don't know. Let's check this main room again. Or this room. This final room with the big statue in there. There's got to be something in here. We've already looted all of these guys and all their weapons, I think. There's got to be something in this room. This definitely looks like some sort of weird... Hey, we've got a key. Heavy key. Ah, that must unlock something. All I see here is a pluck. Maybe we didn't explore something up the back here. Ah, here we go. There's a button. And a door. Is that a door? This looks like a hidden door. Let's hit the button. Yes, we found the hidden door. Oh no. The hidden door comes with a trap. All the skeletons that we saw earlier are coming to life. Alright. That's fine. We can probably figure out this battle. Let's start with Shadowheart.
Let them come. The darkness can be to our advantage.
We're gonna put Shadowheart up the front, but we will use your cantrips. So we'll try to firebolt these guys. 28 health! Oh man, this is bad. And we missed. Great. Alright, Gale, you're definitely gonna need to heal up, because you're not fighting on 0 health. We want to separate you guys a little bit. So Gale's cantrips, Ray of Frost, make them move slower. Let's try that. We missed as well. Fantastic. And finally, we still got Depp, who has no spell slots. And we're going to go over here. And we are going to just cantrip our way out of this, I suppose. Didn't we have something like a potion that we can use or something? I don't know. That did 8 damage. That's not good. Alright, we're out of stuff. Bonus action, can we use basic poison? Coats your weapon to be poisonous. I don't think that's going to be useful against skeletons. But what about those bombs and stuff that we had? Let's just end our turn for now and we'll figure it out. Oh, he silenced us. That's not good. Okay, they can cast spells. This is dangerous. And this one is a melee dude. And he has 28 health. Oh god. There's so many of them. They all have so much health. The main one has 28 health. So maybe we should kill these ads first because they only have 10 health. So we'll ignore the main guy, which is over here. But I'm silenced, so I can't cast anything while I'm in this circle. So can we go up here and kill this guy silencing? We want Shadowheart to tank this one, so let's start with Depp. Depp only has 8 health, so we're going to need to probably potion up as well. If we go over here, can we break the silence? We're still silent. We're not silenced anymore. Now we can hit it with this. It did 1 damage, fantastic, but we broke the silence. Now maybe Gale can head up here and do something to this guy. We only have cantrips. We can Ray of Frost, which does 1 to 8 damage, or we can Firebolt for potentially more damage. That did 8 damage, almost killed the first one. I feel like we should probably go and try to kill some of these guys, or we can use Shadowheart to tank this main guy. Or Shadowheart can tank these guys. Otherwise, this guy's going to go up and hit one of my friends, so that's not good. But it has reduced movement, so maybe that'll help us. Shadowheart can't make it all the way over there anyway. So we're just going to have Shadowheart sit here and tank this guy. Now, you do have spells, so we can have shields. Increases armor class by 2, so I might use that on myself. And we'll end your turn there. With Depp on 8 health, we should probably heal with a potion. Then we can end your turn, and with Gale, we can't move or anything anymore. Your health is okay, so let's just end your turn. We'll let them do their thing. 2 damage, Ray of Frost, sure. Silence on Shadowheart, that's fine. Silence doesn't matter really to me. I'm just going to hit it with my melee weapon. Critical miss, fantastic. Critical miss on Ray of Frost. Oh, these little Ray of Frosts are starting to add up. So we're going to start killing these guys. Let me stay up here because that should help me out with my advantage, because height, maybe? Ray of Frost has an 85% chance to hit. This has an 85% chance to hit. We'll just try to kill it with 85% chance. Yes, great. I don't think you can do anything else. You're on 9 out of 14 health. I think you're okay for this turn.
So much for peace.
You can go up here and start trying to kill some of these other dudes with your fireball. So does this give me advantage? Apparently I can't hit any of these guys anymore. What is this ledge not? Why can't I shoot a thing over the ledge? I don't want to hide. I can't hit these guys over the ledge. What? Oh no, I accidentally used my action on hide. Damn it. I don't, do not press C accidentally. Alright, I'm just gonna move over here a little bit then. Then I guess if I've used up my action, I can't really do anything else. I might as well just end my turn here. I gotta stop making these little mistakes. It's gonna get me killed one day. I guess we can walk over here. Oh, if we walk over here, will he follow me or will he just do other stuff? We can try to walk over here and hit this guy. That did 8 damage, that's great. And then we don't really have anything else to do, so we'll just end our turn. Yes, nice. Attack of opportunity. Yeah, I knew this would happen. He's now going to go over here and hit these guys, which is not great. Alright, so we're having some issues with Depp because he can't just sit there tanking melee hits while we kill all these ads. So maybe we should try our bonus action of shoving it. Nice. Well done, he shoved him over the edge. Now, with my main action, I can cantrip up. Ooh. Okay, let's not use all these weird bombs and stuff. We can probably just continue fireballing. We can do 55% or 85% chance to hit the... Oh no, why did I run back down this way? I did 4 damage. With Gale, can we do something similar? 95% chance to hit this one. Let's go.
Checkmate.
Alright, we've got another one down. And finally, with Shadowheart, who's on the most health, we're going to get you to go up here and hit him because we don't want you hitting Depp. 10 damage, great. Can't ask for more than that. And then you can probably... I don't want to shove him out of the way. Yeah, I think we're good. We'll save our spell for something important later. We'll just end our turn here. I don't think there's anything else useful to do. Yep, he's going to attack Depp for 4 damage. That's not good. Depp is almost down. But Shadowheart's tanking the rest, so that's all good. Let's see if we can't kill this last person real quick. So we'll once again firebolt him. 95% chance to do 1 to 10 damage. We critical missed at 95% chance. No, that's not good. Alright. Shadowheart.
Finish this.
Am I in opportunity attack range?
I wonder if this is worth the cost.
It doesn't say that it's going to do an attack of opportunity. So let's just get you out of the way. I don't want you to die, so... Oh, but we're in the silence cone now. That's fine. Maybe Shadowheart can do something about this?
Got to concentrate.
We can attack this. It's got 10 health. Or we can hit this one. There's not enough movement to hit this one. Damn. Alright, I screwed up. That's fine, we can hit this one. Oh, we killed it. Nice, lucky. Now we can get Shadowheart up there. And maybe she'll tank one of the damage from this guy. I don't think there's anything else we can do because we stupidly sat ourselves in a cone of silence. But that's fine, we'll let him do the thing. He's doing an unarmed strike on Shadowheart, which obviously is not going to do anything to Shadowheart. And now we can finish him off with one of many fireballs. 95% chance, let's go. 4 damage, done. We have defeated the enemies. Yay, well done. That's it. Alright, with the enemies defeated, we can now go and check out this room. Hopefully there's no more battles because I'm not healing myself. Ah, here we go. Our journal has been updated. We have explored the ruins, opened the sarcophagus. We found a large sarcophagus hidden in the ruins. Who lies within? Let's read the plaque.
The guardian of tombs. Through knowledge comes atonement.
Guardian of tombs, eh? Let's check out these heavy chests first. Oh, look at that. The Amulet of Lost Voices. It's a rare item. It lets you speak with the dead. That's cool. Let's take the amulet. Oh, let's take everything. 46 gold. Fantastic. A bunch of crystals and silk glands. That surely will be useful. Let's open up our thing and maybe equip this amulet. Better than our amulet that does nothing. Now we can speak with the dead. Can I speak with the dead now? How do I speak with the dead? Is it a cantrip? No. Do I have to equip the spell? No. Is it this one? Speak with the dead. There's no dead to speak to here. That's fine. Let's just open up this sarcophagus and finish exploring the ruins. Oh dear, is this another boss fight? Should I have healed and gotten all my spell slots back first? Oh dear. Please be friendly. It doesn't look friendly.
So he has spoken, and so thou standest before me. Right, as always. What a curious way to awaken. Now, I have a question for thee. What is the worth of a single mortal's life?
Is this a rhetorical question or an actual question? Attack? No. A peaceful undead. Why aren't you attacking me? Do I want to question them?
Because that
Oh good,
would
he doesn't
be
want to attack
senseless.
us.
Wilt thou answer my question?
Yes, ask
So,
away.
I ask again. What is the worth of a single mortal life?
I think we'll go with the most virtuous answer out of all these. There's plenty. There's an elf one. Some mortals live much longer than others. I can't compare them. I like to use the race and class specific answers, but let's just go with this answer, number 4. Each life is of infinite value and merits sacrificing everything for. The most noble of answers.
Balance is achieved. If all are at war, none can win.
Wise words.
Very well.
We've satisfied the withers.
I'm satisfied. We have met, and I know thy face. We will see each other again at the proper time and place. Farewell.
Alright. It looks like we are done. Let's see what our journal has to say. Strange Figure said he would see us again soon. He was probably the ruin's greatest secret, but there's no harm in checking for more valuables. I think we're done. Quest is now completed. Great. Well, that was a fun first dungeon of our playthrough, and I think we did reasonably well. I mean, we did die and have to reload once, but I got caught a little bit off guard when we had to fight 8 people at the same time. But yeah, we did pretty well. I think we'll leave it there for this episode. But there's still plenty more adventure to come, so if you don't want to miss out, don't forget to leave a like and sub, and I will see you all in the next video. Thanks for watching.